So, the presentation that I'll do is my OS4 gaming. Hey, George, can you turn the volume down on that a little bit? Okay. So what I do during the year is, like, every 45 minutes I check OS4 Depot for updates because I have work otherwise. And when things pop in, I will download them and try to get them working. A lot of our games are ports, older ports that require game files. And then I use the eGame software from Chris Hanley, and then I can tag it. The red means it's not where it was. I could restore it. But these are all the games that I had in 2014. Some similar ones. Actually, no, let me think. These are all the games from 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. So I have kind of a log of what I've done in the past. And you can see it gets kind of thin in a couple of these days of these shows. So 2024, we've had a good year for games on OS4. Not as, I will say it's not as spectacular as what's happening on the classic side. I'll give another plug for itch.io, even though they never responded to my email. It's a great venue for Amiga developers, game developers. They put the game up. They say, give me $3 or download it. So it's they can hardcore like you have to pay, but a lot of them just put it out there. Single-person games. They usually aren't Dan and spending like 3 years building a game engine and then write the game. But there's some awesome content. The Donkey Kong 500, Hop to the Top, Bunny's Revenge. Those are all on itch.io. Simon Baklava, I guess his name is. He's got a bunch of stuff up there as well. Great site. This came from OS4 Depot, and I apologize to the authors. I don't have them all memorized. I didn't get a chance to write my notes this year, so I'm just going to go OS4 Depot real time. This was updated or uploaded by Domenico Latazani. Sorry if I got your name wrong. Basically, it is a chess engine, and it supports the fish thing. What is it? Chess engine console, receiving string commands to produce the output stockfish. So it's uses a stockfish engine, so you can actually bring in different engines to play. I haven't done that. I'm not a chess person. But it seems kind of cool because you can go in and download different engines, which the standard format is produced, and then you can run them on your OS4 system. Basic, there's some skinning you can do. So basic skinning. It obviously is going to enforce the rules when you're moving stuff around. I just want to give a quick shout out to that. I think this next one is George. Let me look it up real quick. It's literally been a while. That was released, the latest version of Amifish was released on October 10th. So right during the Amiwest time. Where is Astro Menace? Where did he put that? I should probably, sorry for being a little less organized here. Did you see Amiga Build? That was pretty cool. So this is another port of Astro Menace. I spelled it wrong. This was done by Basili from B-World, submitted by Sinan. There's two versions. There's an ES and a GL version. I'll start with the GL version. I was testing this last night. There you go, Hano. And it looks better, but slower. So it's basically a forward-scrolling shoot-'em-up game. The graphics are spectacular. It is a bit of a performance hog, but I'll go ahead and just hit start game here. Looks good, right? Click the first mission. There's a little music in the background. You can choose your weapons, you can earn credits, you can sell credits. This is available on like every platform now. There's lots of ports for it. So I'm flying the ship in the middle here. And then the bad guys are coming, and I got my wingmen, which you can upgrade. We're doing about 17 frames a second in window mode. A little laggy. Then you can blow the guys up. Shoot the rocket first. Yeah, shoot the rocket. Oh, yeah. Pretty cool game. Pretty playable. The ES version of this. The ES version of this doesn't look quite as polished as the Mini GL, but it is faster. So I'll just fire that up real quick. Now, I have to say, from a casual gamer perspective, this is to the developer community. Having a GL4 ES version and a Mini GL version is tougher for casual people to understand, like, which one of these do I do, and throwing it over the fence and saying go figure it out is not always the best user experience. So I don't know how we fix that in the Amiga community. You can see the rendering on the ships is not quite as clean, but we're double the frame rate. So it's much more playable if you use the GLES. I'm sure this is tunable to maybe clean it up with the different options. It is pretty. And it's got some good gameplay in it. So it's an older game ported, but you can see that there. Okay, we'll move on from that one. Nice, fast 3D game. Astro Menace. Next, this one is a little tough to play. I think I was experimenting with this last night. This is another port. This game was 1995. Bermuda. No, the last one was November 1st, 2023, last year. So this is another port. You need to obtain the Bermuda Syndrome. You need to obtain the game files. So you download the engine, and then you bring the game files from somewhere else that you've always legally purchased. Always. Always. This was posted in April of 2024. Gregory Montanor is the author. Raziel is the uploader into OS4 Depot. Let's see if I can get it going. Can't see the bottom of the screen. Okay, so this again is it's a game from '95. I haven't spent a lot of time in it. I was playing a little bit last night to get to a couple of pages. It reminds me a lot of Altered Destiny. Is that the right one? Did I kick the thing underneath? No? Hold on. You know, it could have hung up. It didn't hang up yesterday. But I've got a black screen here too. Yeah, the machine hung, sorry. Oh, there it is. It's back. MIDI. I thought I chose the OpenGL version. Oh, there's a slight problem with it. You know, it works every other time I try it. Yeah, I'll just reboot it. Is it running? Oh, there it is. It's process 2. Did that kill? No, it's hung. Let's see the Amiga OS 4 boot screen. Hopefully it'll give us a full boot. So what's interesting about this, it gets from 95, someone ported the engine, and it becomes playable, and it's much like, I can't believe I'm blanking on it. Flashback was the second one, Altered World, or whatever it is. Is that Altered World? Where you got like the car in the beginning, and he like does the laser scan. It's got like the best intro in the era. It's that style game where it's more advanced. You get items you pick up along the way, and you select the items, but you're moving in that kind of. You know, Trevor was talking about Dragon's Lair yesterday, where you have to like precisely press the buttons. It's not that unforgiving, but you select your items and then you move through it. I've only gotten to the giant dinosaur and I got eaten by a tree. So it'd be a little smoother if I didn't have to reboot here. One second. Sorry about that. We're going to have to reboot again here. I'll show like 3 or 4 more of these guys and we'll move on. Bermuda, Von Orb. I'm going to try the GL. Bermuda Software. That looks good on the stream. Okay, so whatever, I don't let it play. Let's have a cigarette. There we go. So the character will stop and smoke if you don't use him. It probably took me 10 minutes last night to figure out how to get out of the tree. The magic is the tab key, so you can get to your items. You can talk. Not sure what that means yet. I haven't gotten that far. And then you got your knife, and then if you press enter, you'll cut yourself down. And then you get into combat with this guy, and I'm just pushing the arrow key, so it's kind of like guided. It's not super hard. And then, oh no, did it hang up again? Oh, why? It's another networking problem. This happened last Sunday as well. A couple years ago, it was hanging up because the networking software was like jacking the time. It's doing the exact same thing. It worked totally fine yesterday. Damn it. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I saved it. Okay. I pressed the button too yesterday. They made it fast. So you come up to the lady, and of course you can press the knife button, and then she runs away. You can run with the shift key. So apparently you were in an airplane, it crashed, you jumped out, and you landed in front of her. Because, you know, that's normal. Keep having something pop up in the back. And then you can walk up and talk to the young lady. Oh, that's knifing. Oh, look. Oh, no, here we go, here we go. Talk.
Please,
there we go.
do not touch me.
Please don't touch me.
You have caused enough trouble already.
Lady, and a cop...
You do not
apparently
understand.
crash onto a dinosaur.
Seems to me...
You have ruined my life.
Ruined my life.
Ruined your...
You do not understand.
This is a typical conversation for me when I was dating in a bar.
A social anthropologist.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's a chest. So we can attack the chest with our hand. And then we get a shotgun. Yay! I don't know how to use that. But that looks cool, right? It's got dinosaurs. Right? So you're like, oh, let's go look at the dinosaur. Uh-oh, I got eaten by a tree. So I'm not going to go too much further, but the graphics a little pixelated, 95, but it does look like it's got a pretty interesting story, so we'll leave it there. Okay, leave Bermuda, yes. Thank you for porting and uploading it. I love it. Definitely appreciated. Let me kill Mr. Wolf. Port. No, it's port. You got to go dig out the... I run so much stuff on this. Like, I push this machine hard. I really do. This will crash when I exit, so I'm going to hold off a little bit there. Somebody ported Degeneration, which is a Sega emulator. It's loading. I don't know why it usually doesn't take that long. It does have a lot of ROMs. So, again, always own a copy of every game you're playing. But basically, it's a pretty extensive emulator for the Sega system. Very well done. Is that one of ours? Maybe. Battletoads was one of ours. It lets you choose whether you want to use SDL1, SDL2. SDL2 is getting a lot of development, which is great. Let's see if this works or not. I got to go in and turn off a bunch of stuff that worked yesterday and is not working today. Oh my God, unbelievable.
Turning off a bunch of stuff again? You're dating?
Yeah. Hold on. I run a lot of stuff. Hold on, let me kill all this. The hard part's going to be remembering the things that I need to turn back on. There's nothing in here that's super especially secret. Okay. Okay. It's unbelievable. Do I have an IP? I don't have an IP. I've got link light, but no IP. Very strange. Oh, I bet it got unplugged on that side, and that's what's going on. Again, network failure. It's funny because it was the exact same problem last time. blinking. Okay. Who knows Hano PPC?
What's that?
The developer Hano PPC? He writes a bunch of Amiga OS 4 games. He emailed me before this, and he said it looked really. He's French. He's like, it looked really shitty not shitty, but it looked really bad last year. Don't have those same problems. I'm like, I got it. I tested everything. It's fine. Oh my God, it's so painful. Okay, one more time into the breach. Dgen GUI. Now something else isn't going to run. Okay, let's get to good stuff. Okay, where is that? Oh, about. Okay, so if I click a game, it's not showing that. So lots of games, lots of features. I'm going to move on from this because we've already looked at this one. So this is one that's freaking amazing. This is called Open Fodder. So if you remember Cannon Fodder, this is Open Fodder. And the way this works is you can download the code and take your legal copy of Cannon Fodder and copy it over. DOS versions, Amiga versions, the CD32 version, the demo discs, the alien levels. This thing plays anything those guys release that you can get your hands on. This will let you play it on a modern system. So I think I've got the data files for that one. I think I took a CD32 version and copied it over. My son loves this game. He's like, what is this? Walk, 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 walk. Sorry, guys. I'm going to play this for just 2 seconds, then we'll move on. Go, 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 go. Okay. Parallax scrolling. Everybody loves that. Kill all enemies. Gotcha. So if you haven't seen Cannon Fodder before, this is a classic. You can wound the bad guys. So if you just clip them, they like start screaming and bleed everywhere. You can obliterate them. So it's Cannon Fodder all the way through whatever version you want. Fantastic. Very, very, very well done. See if I can get out of this. Exit. Bodies floating in the water. It's great. Okay, now we're going to get into something a little bit more juicy. Heretic 2, older game, 90s, done by Ravensoft. Right? Okay, Activision, I get you. I think it's Raven. Ravensoft. Dungeon Master. Who knows Dungeon Master? Who knows Black Crypt? Ravensoft. They did Black Crypt, then they did this. They didn't do it for the Amiga. They did it for the PC. They moved on. There was a port of this game done by Hyperion in like 05, 06 by Stefan Hauser. Did I get that right, Steve? He has come back. He got a permission from his day job to build an alternate, like to work on this legit, and it's now for sale. And he has updated everything. The intro video does not belay the actual like gameplay. I haven't run it here. Hopefully it works. It's really good code. So this is fairly low resolution for it. The performance is really good. You basically have this like demon guy. He's got magic. He can do attacks. I'm in the tutorial mode, so I can't just do stuff all the time, but it's a very immersive dungeon master, dungeon crawl game, but done in 3D graphics. It actually looks a lot better. I have the video settings aren't the best here. Oh, that's why the screen size is garbage. George Walkero did a whole stream, played the entire game through. That looks better. Survey says, yes, much better. Much, much better. Completely remastered, redone. Excellent, excellent game. This isn't the point is to run the game, it's to show you can play the game. He also did Quake 2. So he's released this for classic systems, high-performance classics. He's also released Quake 2, which is on special right now, today. You can go to Linea, you can buy it for $11.99. It's the engine. You still need to bring data files, legal data files. But he's updated. Out of reds, hold on. Yep, too high. That shows too low. Let's see if the projector gets it. Survey says no. I'm using the mini GL version. It might not support this high. Don't want to try that. Let me try something more standard. You can go buy the game. It's going to run everything you got. Is it working or not? Oh, man. So having some video problems with the projector, unfortunately. I can try the GLES version. Think this might work? Okay, launch the intro video again. Loading. Oh, that's dark. It looks better on my screen. It just crashed. This is a GLES version. That's on me. That's not on the game. Anyway, what he's done is he's gone through and he's reported it for classics, for Vampires, Pi Storms, 68080s, Amiga PowerPC. $11.99 is the purchase price. It's a couple bucks off for the Amiwest weekend, which we really appreciate. So thank you for doing that. And it's for sale now. It's great that he's come back and he's refreshed these ports. He said publicly that he's working on other games, new stuff, things that had not been ported in the past. We're not looking at Doki Literature Club, or however you say it, not that one, but things from like the late 90s, early 2000s that we expect to get on the platform here. We love new content as well, but it's hard. It's hard to write something for 3D graphics card for a very small market. But it is very nice and very playable. I run my workbench at home at, 25, 50 by 14, whatever. So there's a little translation issues coming here. There's a new version of the NES emulator that also looks really, really, really nice. Lots of options. By Hano as well. He's fantastic. I haven't spent a lot of time on the NES. Too much other stuff doing. Apparently it's Super Nintendo CD and Famicom CD as well. There's a Game Boy Advance. And then this is kind of the crown jewels for the show. Let me get the special code. So this is released today, or the 27th. What's today? 27th. This is released today, just now. I'm gonna shout out in part because of Amiwest. This is an update to Wipeout, which was a game originally created by Psygnosis. What's special about this is we had a port. So somebody ported, if I get this right, you have Wipeout from Psygnosis. It runs under the Amiga 3D family. They ported a couple other platforms. Somebody took one of those and made a generic modern port that someone then ported back to the Amiga, kind of like an open source thing. And what he has done, what Hano PPC has done, is to take that and to not just port it, but to aggressively clean it up. And that's the interesting part here, is he's spent, let me read it on from the email. This is the enhanced Phantom Edition. Trying to find where he has, maybe it was in the README file for the sucker, where he lists out the hundreds of hours that he actually spent to build this port. It's still getting a couple bug fixes. I don't have the absolute latest version because I've been here. He has an SPE version for folks with the Amiga 1222. He's moving away from the send money monthly, and he's moving more to a, if you want the enhanced features, send him a few dollars and he'll send a license key, which is what he gave me for the show. It's got cockpit mode. I have not tried that. This is using the this is the mini GL version, again, the different 3D library versions. Full screen, enhanced core for audio, and we'll do the HD remastered intro. Let's do the one I tried. And then we'll play the game. So this is Wipeout. It's a racing game, but it's spaceships. What do we got? 39. We'll wrap this up soon. So I'm going to get past our intro here. He's taken that Phantom Edition, all the new maps, all the custom music, made it run flawlessly on Amiga OS 4 systems. It's you'll see it's very nice. There's some rendering errors on some of the levels, but it's really, really, really nice. So I'm just going to jump into the game real quick. I don't know, just take all the base options. The trick to this is the C and the V key, as I recall. Oh, and remembering how to go forward. Oh gosh, where's that button? Oh no. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. How did I change the screen? Ah. So there's, you can slide basically, like drift. And if you want to take the corners better, you got to do the drifting key. See how the back end is kind of throwing out there? I crashed. It's a little unforgiving. But I mean, it's what, 60 frames a second. It's looking fantastic. He redid the distance. We played it long enough to understand the icons. But I'm definitely going to be playing this one a bit more. I mean, it's just wicked fast. And then the music, we can't hear the music very well, but all the music's been remastered. Uh-oh, I crashed. Whoops, that was bad. There it is. There's the outside. Okay, I like the outside view a little better. Oh, I fired a missile. Okay. You can also play it with, I think, analog joysticks, I think he said. So you see, oh, I can shoot a missile. Yeah, get him, get him, get him. I believe there's multiplayer. I gotta double check that. If that's enabled, might not be. Gotta double check. So fantastic game, looks absolutely gorgeous. The music is fantastic. Tons of music in here. Chemical Beats, I think Chemical Brothers did some music for this. That's right. So if anybody wants to come up and give it a try after the presentation, I'll leave it running for a while. There is an SPE version. I didn't have time to load it on the 1222. But if you have A1200s, then you'll get this same performance on the 1222 machine. So definitely one to pick up. Okay, so that ends the demo. Thanks to everyone in the Amiga community who's porting games, writing games, and oh boy, I got blown up. Supporting the OS4 effort. I appreciate it. Oh, and I don't know is that a Peugeot? On the little white thing on the bottom, like, I suspect he added that. Renault. Thank you, that's the Renault. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Sorry, it's a little rough. Okay, time check, 4:42.